Picture your mind so overwhelmed that your body starts moving without your permission. Not because you're sick, because your mind has nowhere else to put the fear. That's not fiction. That's what really happened in one European city 500 years ago. In July of 1518, in a city called Strasbourg, a woman known as Frau Trophäa stepped into the street and started dancing. No music, no party, just her, moving her body until she couldn't stand anymore. She wasn't sick with a disease, and she wasn't dancing for joy. Her mind had been pushed past its limit, and this was how it broke. Within days, more people joined her, then dozens, then, by some accounts, hundreds. They danced through the summer heat, some until their feet bled, some until they collapsed from pure exhaustion. And nobody at the time understood what was actually happening inside their heads. The city's doctors guessed wrong. They believed the dancers had hot blood and thought more dancing was the cure. So the council built a wooden stage, hired musicians, and paid professional dancers to keep the crowd moving. What could possibly go wrong? Everything went wrong. The music didn't calm anyone down. It pulled more people in. Historian John Waller, who spent years studying this event, argues it wasn't a disease spreading through the body at all. It was stress spreading through the mind. He calls it mass psychogenic illness, a real physical reaction with no physical cause behind it. Here's where religion comes in. People in Strasbourg deeply believed a saint named Vitus could curse someone with endless dancing. That belief didn't cause the dancing on its own, but it gave people's minds a shape for their fear to take. Researcher Lyneth Miller found that Strasbourg had just survived famine, disease, and years of hardship. People were exhausted and desperate for any explanation for their suffering. Once one mind broke that way, and everyone recognized the shape it took, more minds followed the same pattern. Historian H.C. Eric Middlefort called outbreaks like this a mirror of fears people carried but couldn't put into words. Eventually, the council changed course. They banned the music, they banned the dancing, they sent the dancers to a mountain shrine to pray instead. And slowly, almost as strangely as it started, the dancing stopped. So what really happened in Strasbourg? Not a curse, not a disease. Just fear and grief, with nowhere else to go, coming out the only way their minds knew how. Your mind still does this today. It just doesn't look like dancing anymore. It looks like an ache you can't explain, or a moment you can't shake. Maybe your mind was never that different from theirs at all.